Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Junior Trader. Another great day in the market today. Look at the stock market here. Nvidia, AMD, SMCI, ARM, Broadcom, Micron. Everything is super high up. And also SPY and QQQ, unstoppable. But this is not surprising to us. We have been already talking about how the market is looking very strong. Now, SPY and QQQ, I'll talk about with Tesla. That video will be coming out soon later after today. I'll still show you SPY and QQQ high level, very high level, but we'll focus on Nvidia and then other semiconductors. All right. So with that, please hit the like, subscribe. Also, please note none of this is any financial advice and is only for education purposes. So Nvidia, well, staying above or getting above pretty much $118 for today, as I mentioned, is just an upside play. Nvidia was still looking so strong, and this bottom candle, the way the previous candle came with the bottom such a strong support, right, with the buying happening back up, right, that's just a sign of continuation to the upside. Now there's another reason to this massive moves that Nvidia is giving us, and I want to show you that. Now if you have access to my tools, that's awesome. If you don't, please, if you require access to my tools, links are in the description below. One of the things of my tool is that display short volume person that you can turn on with, well, on any given stock and instrument. Now Nvidia, now what's something I want to highlight here and point your attention to is the very zone of $106, the game-changing level that I talked about over the weekend with the modeling system. 29% short volume came a day prior to that, that tiny red candle. 29% short volume on Nvidia is very high. The last time we had 29% was back when it was retesting this 29% with the previous supply zone of the all-time highs, and we had a massive sell-off and then a continuation to the downside. Now, what's the other side of short sell is, if it comes, you can clearly see short sellers were trying to keep Nvidia in the bearish structure. But when such a high short volume percent comes, but the following day, and especially also you don't see a huge sell-off with the short sellers, and it's still holding those previous pivots strong, and the next day you see a upside than the previous candle close, usually that start to results in the squeeze as well, right? And then we got what, 29% next day as well. They tried to double down, but you can see since we closed higher than the level, we were already, by the modeling system, if you have seen over the weekend, you know, we were already in the bullish territory. No matter how much short sellers would have tried, they would have failed. We were in the pivot as well, and this is what also add to the squeeze then, because now these short sellers are covering, right? And you can see the momentum. Even yesterday, 27 is still a good high short volume percent compared to what we were getting before, like 24, 22. That's just nothing, right? So you can see short sellers are being squeezed. They tried yesterday as well. They're still getting squeezed. You can see things are getting bought back up, and they're coming at the levels, important structural levels, right? And but the squeeze continues, and I'm pretty sure today more short sellers would be covering. And if you want to see this data, that data will come in the evening on the tool. If you have access to my tools, you can always plug and play yourself and see how things are looking like. All right, so Nvidia continues to go up here, and this is where we are, 118 above. It's still full on bullish. Any pullback to 180 is just a bullish play. I mean, right now there is not even any pullback. It's still full on in the bullish structure. We don't know where Nvidia is going to stop right now, guys. We got to our next level that I was talking about, 122 and 41 cents. Time to take partial profits, right? I mean, I'll talk about all my dividend investing portfolio. You know, I did sell off some of my positions today in profit. Very little, just wanting to take opportunity of this, but I'll talk about it there. I sold some of my Nvidia ETF that I bought. Very little, maybe 10% of my original position, because earnings are coming off Nvidia, right? Soon enough. There's still some time, 28th of August, but it's coming. So, but anyways, Nvidia is still strong, still bullish. No sign of slowness, no sign of slowdown. As we close up even above 50 days moving average, we are just bullish. Period. There's no sign of slowdown right now. This was the level I gave, 118 and above today, and we are up and above that for the upside play. All right, AMD. So AMD also continuing higher, and as I said with AMD, that it's just an upside play as soon as we get above 136 and 71 cents. Even yesterday when we had a red sell-off, I talked about, well, that's that's fine as long as we stay above 136 and 83 cents. We are still in the bullish structure, and we at least in this ongoing structure, right? And then 20 days above moving average was an upside play. We are seeing a continuation to that. Let's see if AMD can get all the way to 153 is the target, almost. But yeah, AMD is up, going up and up. This was the area. Structure change, 136 and 83 cents. SMCI. So SMCI continuing its rebound, and that's fine. Again, we are still below 200 days moving average and 20 days moving average, but that's what our targets are. And the structural change or this upside move came on this once we got above 545 and 67 cents. That was an upside move from here on, and we are continuing higher on that. So no surprise, it's still in the rebound phase, but it's a good rebound, and it's all about staying above that structure, right? That was 536 area. So we are also above on this funnily 200 hours moving average, and the levels I provided you today were above 582. It's an upside play, right? So we got that. Yeah, so it seems like it can continue higher as well if we don't close below 200 hours moving average today. ARM. So ARM continues higher above this blue box. We got a good consolidation at that a trend line, 200 days moving average, the blue box that I provided. We started to go above that $120 area. 20 days moving average is the target to watch. ARM, if it starts to do pullback at 20 days moving average, that will just be a pullback at this point, because 121 is a good support now on ARM. So we are still technically bullish. Yes, and level by level things can turn up, but yeah, so far I'm not seeing any structure now to the downside. Again, this was the breakout zone that I provided, $120 area, and we have been going up from thereafter. Broadcom, no surprise, I already talked about that. We are bullish above this blue box, 144, and yeah, even yesterday I talked about as long as we are above 156 and 37 cents, it's just an upside play. Any pullback to 20 days moving average would just have been a pullback. Structure on this was still bullish as long as even we were above 150. You already know all of this. We are just continuing higher. Micron, okay, so Micron is giving us that next move. So remember I talked about first move on Micron was from the level of $93.51 all the way to $101 area, 200 days moving average. That was the first play, and the next play was a move above 20 and 200 days moving average, and we are getting that. Micron, as long as it now stays above 200 days moving average, this is just a continuation to the upside play. You already know that because this was the level I provided for the next upside play, $101, and Micron is doing that. Let's see if how high can it go. But yeah, trade level by level, always be cautious. We have taken out the one of the previous pivots here as well. That is the level of 105 and 78 cents. That's good enough. So as long as we don't lose 200 days moving average now, we are fine on the upside. I mean. All right, so that's Micron. Let's take a look at now SPY and QQQ. So here we are with SPY. So it's full on bullish, no surprise. I called out pretty much once we got above 524. Then we started to take out these pivots as well, level by level. And I said SPY is still bullish, guys. It's bullish. It's still bullish, continuing higher, no sign of slowness, it's just continuing higher, it's bullish. QQQ, no problem, right? I mean, I talked about this level 460 and above, it's just an upside play, and then also above 448 was our first leg to the upside, and it's also bullish, continuing higher, there is no slowness in this thing. Tesla is also looking great. I'll talk about it in another video, and that's it for this one, guys. If you found this video helpful, valuable, please hit the like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next videos. Take care, bye.